s- recording.
Yes.
Cool. Um, Welcome back, everyone. Thank you for coming. Um, Quick wrap up of last session. You had your conversation with the two Dragonborn, Rolan and Alethar. Um, you learned everything about the sword, their relationship with Rethkin, and all of that fun stuff. And then you proceeded to murder the big bad in like 12
Hell
seconds.
yeah.
He didn't bring enough guys.
You didn't.
He was mean to my friend.
Yeah.
They all made the mistake of being mean to Xander, and they paid for it with their lives.
It's not a good idea. So now we are just going to wrap up. We need to figure out what to do with the sword and how we're going to leave things with our Dragonborn friends. So what do you guys want to do?
We'd gone through his pockets and stuff, right?
I have
And found out that he did have the money.
You had
Oh, yes.
2,000 gold.
Yeah, he had his walking around money on him.
He has some. Each of them have personal effects. Rethkin would have a signet ring showing he's a minor noble, but nobody that anyone would miss. A cousin of a technically landed house, that kind of thing. The other two have their weapons, maybe a little bit of food. Nothing special.
I'd say anything that isn't magical can just stay on him.
Mm.
I think Carol has no interest in anything except the money.
Yeah.
Shall we go back and check in on our new associates? Inform them of what happened here and begin the process of figuring out how we can destroy that abomination.
Yeah, I think that it would be good if we get rid of that sword. Let's do
I
that.
agree.
We can just teleport to the
I
top
was,
floor if you
just
guys
about to
want.
ask if I could do that.
Yeah.
Is it not? Is it shift? Oh, it's shift, okay.
Left shift and click to give you a ghost. Ghost.
Going closely.
Gesundheit.
Thank you.
Jeez, Sam.
It's contagious.
Made me sneeze. You made me sneeze my own sneeze.
Nobody makes me sneeze my own sneeze. Nobody.
Having walked up all of the flights of stairs, Verlan and his sister will greet you. Seeing as you're back, I assume it went well.
That depends on your definition of well. Well, we are unhurt, I think.
You say we look very beat up.
Do we? I don't remember.
I
Hold
have
on.
disguised self on myself to make.
Oh, that's
myself
right.
look beat
We
up.
look very
and
beat up.
You two were dirtied.
Yes, that's true.
We look like we've been put through the ringer.
And you have a fake sword, Sam.
He
You have the
dropped
illusion
it.
of the sword.
He dropped it to drop
Right,
the
I would have
illusion.
picked up my dagger again, which seems not unreasonable that it would, become part of things again.
You just see both of the Dragonborn quickly turn around to make sure the sword is there, then look back at you.
I think Carol takes the dagger and just drops it.
Mm.
And so it, like, disrupts the illusion and everything again, and then picks it back up. She does not go to explain anything other like beyond that unless they start asking, but
They have their sword, so they can be pretty sure they have it.
I did take a hit, but it was like 15 points of damage.
I did not get hit, but Elle did get hit, which made me sad. And then you healed Elle, right?
Yes.
I.
You gave him his 2 HP back.
That's right. I gave him 2, and I gave you 10. That's
Okay,
where my
then.
12 went.
Oh, that means that I got hit for more than 15. Yes, that's right. That's
Yeah.
right. I got hurt worse, but I'm fine, like, now, because I got healed.
Yeah.
But yeah, we do still look like we went through a really bad fight, because that's how we wanted to present ourselves to the idiots.
So, having completed your task, what are your next steps? Are you going to leave, or are you going to try to help us get rid of this?
Just looks to the others before nodding his head back at the guy and be like, yeah, that second one. We don't want that thing to exist either.
I don't know how much help I'll be, but
Making sure that we are not disturbed will be useful.
Alethar will say, well, I can use as much help as I can get. How much do each of you know about magic?
Xander's eyes glaze over.
Marion very simply just says, next to nothing.
I am
Okay.
not inexperienced in the field.
Would you be willing to help me?
Yes.
Okay. We should move to the basement. All of the documents are there.
Not all of them anymore. But there are some that we didn't take with us, so it is a reasonable place to work. And then Carol immediately turns and goes to start walking.
You'll see a look of frustration show up on Roland's face as you say that you took some of the documents. Okay. Just gonna move down to the basement.
Well, about time you all show up.
I think Marion's gonna get down here, kind of scan the room, and be like, I don't think I want to be down here. She probably looks mildly queasy.
That is completely fair. It is not a place many would want to be.
I think it's prudent that we have people keeping watch on outside of the school. Carol will turn to Xander and say, I would ask that you remain here with us, though.
He's just going to nod deeply.
Yeah, Marion nodded when you said about keeping watch outside the school.
I know my brother will be staying up in the top floor with the sword. So if you cover the exit and you the entrance, I think we'll be okay.
There's an exit and an entrance?
Entrance to the basement
Oh,
and the exit to the building.
okay.
At that, Carol will say, I would prefer if he is keeping an eye on the basement down here with us instead of the entryway to it.
If that's what you feel is necessary, I'm not going to push it. And she'll get back to work.
Carol will pull out all of the notes that she stole.
The notes that found their way into her pockets somehow.
They were too dangerous to just leave there.
I don't even remember you doing that, to be honest.
I will say I respect your enthusiasm for study. I'm happy we caught you before you left. Those are very important.
They were too dangerous to leave about where someone could find them.
So, Sam, roll me a D percentage.
Okay. It has been a while since I needed to roll percentile dice. That is a 65.
Okay. Give me one. Let's see. Yeesh. It's going to take a couple of hours of close study, both of them just focusing as much as they can on trying to figure out anything they can about how the sword was made and anything like that. I didn't mean to roll that one. I don't know how this game works. Xander and Miriam, are you okay with us just skipping along, or did you want to do anything while they're studying?
I mean, I'm just doing my guard thing.
Okay.
Falling back into old habits.
So a couple hours pass. You can feel yourself getting tired. All three of you, I guess. It was a huge fight. And after a couple of hours, you'll find there is a way to destroy the sword. Alethar will tell you it looks like the way to destroy it is you have to take the souls out of it, which is not something that we can do here. Seems the magics they were using have some connection to the Raven Queen. I would assume a temple of the Raven Queen would be able to free the souls from this vessel, and then we would be able to destroy the sword as is. Destroying the sword on its own will be the same as destroying any sword. You could do it now, but then the souls within it would be destroyed along with the sword. And I hope I can say we all agree that that is unacceptable.
Well, I'm surprised that is how it works. I mean, not that creating the sword is an easy feat, but it seems a surprisingly easy way to destroy someone's soul, which is terrifying.
What they did to these souls is horrific, turning them into fuel. It is unimaginably evil.
He simply nods. Well then, we should seek out a temple of the Raven Queen. Perhaps there was one in the port town.
Did we see one voice in the sky?
No. Roll me a d20, Carol and Xander.
Prevost.
I'm good at these. That's a 19.
Damn.
I guess I am good at these.
It was just a d20, no modifier?
Yep.
14.
Nice.
High five.
Yeah. So that's the difference.
Excuse me.
Between 19 and 14. 5. And a high 5, because it's...
Haha! Because it's above 10.
I'm going to say, because you rolled so well, you both heard in the tavern that you were first in of a temple of the Raven Queen near the town that you were in.
Prevost.
Just outside of town, so you wouldn't have seen it there yourselves, but you have a goal if that is what you want to do.
Yeah, definitely. I'd like to see this done, unless that is intended to be another quest. With Rethgin and his ilk gone from the town, I imagine that you and your brother have no reason not to be able to return, right?
With him gone, a lot has changed. We should be able to get back to our lives. We owe you a lot.
Well, then accompany us back to Prevost, and we'll find this Temple of the Raven Queen and hope that they can help us all.
I think that was never in question. My brother would not leave the sword to anyone.
Voice in the Sky did, from the studying these things to come up with that method of destruction, did I get the feeling that this is a thing that should be possible basically at any kind of temple, or did it seem like this was a process that would likely be a more powerful expenditure of magic, and so might not be found in a minor temple outside of some town?
At the very least, it's something that anyone at a Temple of the Raven Queen would be able to point you in the right direction.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
For the sake of time, let me see if I have any. See if I have anywhere that would work as a temple.
Carol will say, until the sword is destroyed, I don't think it is safe for us to destroy the notes or the equipment here, but we should take all of the notes with us so that we can destroy them as soon as we are capable, and then likely return here to destroy the equipment.
I will say, you guys do know the swords on the wall, all the weapons on the wall are just normal magic weapons.
So they're valuable.
Yeah, they are not part of the sword in question. Carol, you will have seen that there were prototypes of the sword made, but when they didn't work, they destroyed them.
Okay.
Wrapping up that loose end.
Which is also horrifying to think about.
Yeah, no, that's horrific.
How many souls were destroyed before they managed to just trap these souls?
If Miriam asks Carol, I think Carol would say something along the lines of, I don't think you want to know that number.
No.
And then, Elle would just be not making eye contact.
Yeah, I'm glad that I'm not there.
Yeah, over time, Carol will be able to figure out step by step everything that happened, as much as you want to know.
I think Carol doesn't want to know any of this, but it is information that will haunt her for the rest of her life.
Yeah.
So she intimately knows all of it.
I think I have a board that we could use for this. Give me 1 second.
I mean, I don't know anything.
Yeah, spare her.
Yeah, you guys
I'm
just
just
know that
currently
there's
being
bad stuff.
teleported somewhere.
Yep, this works.
Yeah, Xander, at least you know where we're going.
Yes.
I mean, when we go up to get you and
So, we're going to go back to
cousin,
Primos and try to find a Temple of the Raven Queen to destroy the sword. That is a necessary step.
You guys have your plan and destination. What do you guys want to do?
Execute.
Cool.
Yep. I was just being annoying for the sake of being annoying. Well, not for the sake of being annoying, but just like a hey,
walk up,
I
so walking
actually
past you,
wasn't
go
involved in any
LZ,
of this
and just like
conversation.
For the sake of time, I'm going to skip us to the the Temple of the Raven Queen.
Mm-hmm.
And
Carol did collect all of the notes.
yeah,
I don't think
I
any
had
of us has a
assumed.
bag of holding, so we'll probably need to, like, all grab notes. Because that looks like a lot of books over there.
Yeah.
Or make multiple trips.
It's a 2-day journey,
Well,
so the preference is not to make
I mean-
multiple trips.
there's a chance of also needing to make multiple trips depending on just how many books there are.
If you guys overload your bags, you'll be able to fit most of them, or the ones about this. Not all the books out there are specifically about making the sword.
Okay, so we can grab all the important ones.
Yeah.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Although
was
we do
the-
need to be careful with our bags being overstuffed to not accidentally drop any along the way.
Yeah.
Take extra care. Watch each other's
You do
backs.
have 5 people with backpacks though, so it'll be good. Oops. No, too many Xanders.
Too many Xanders.
Too many Xanders jumping on the bed. One fell
my.
off and killed Rethkin.
It's true. Gonna summon you to the board. After about a 2-day journey, passing through Privos again, you make it to the Temple of the Raven Queen. It's a rather large building on the outskirts of town. Not many people going there because it's not exactly a active, popular deity. More one you deal with when you have to.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about people are dying to get in here.
I need my book of names. How else will I name this character?
With letters.
Never.
Just as a minor FYI, I am not currently at the computer, so if there's movement that needs to be happening, I'm kind of in the middle of people. Is my usual marching order. Methinks.
Everything should be able to be done. Just talking. So you get to the Temple of the Raven Queen, and you are met by this lovely gentlemen. And he comes out to meet you. And God, face. Can't be rude. You guys are so rude. He says, my name is Koroth. I'm a priest of the Raven Queen. Welcome to my temple in my home. How may I help you? And Verlan will respond with, well, it is a long story, priest. We have need of your aid in removing the souls from a possessed weapon. Is that something that you would be able to do here?
It's worth mentioning that none of us is the person who put the souls in there. We're just trying to do a good deed here.
Miriam's gonna kind of look sideways at Xander. Shit, I had something I wanted to say, and now I can't remember what it was.
Funny story.
Xander, when you say it like that, it's a little suspicious.
I'm hoping it's the opposite. We didn't put them in there. We're just trying to release them.
It's true. And I think trying to release them speaks for itself. And she's gonna kind of look over at the priest and see his reaction to all of this.
He has a big smile on his face. He's happy to see new people coming to the Raven Queen for help. Koroth will, while smiling, say, well, may I see this weapon? And Verlan will hand it, show it to him.
I would like to insight the priest.
Yeah, I'm a little worried about him being, overwhelmed by the power of the sword, and we're having to put him down.
I mean, I also would like to incite the priest, but I am sadly far away from the ability to do that.
I can roll for you if you want.
Sure.
18.
You guys don't trust any of my characters.
I mean,
I don't trust the sword.
You got a 17, Kate.
Cool.
I got a 7.
I got an 18.
And what specifically was it that you wanted to look into?
I was actually looking into his reaction to our conversation initially. I just forgot to say it, or felt weird saying it knowing that I couldn't actually do it.
For Miriam's, he seems to just be enjoying your company. It's not exactly a place that gets a lot of visitors, so he's happy to see new people. Gets to be useful, put his skills to the test.
Carol is trying to gauge, like when he's asking for the sword, is trying to gauge, is he doing this from a place of needing to examine it to be able to assist us or know how best to assist us, or is or should I shoot him now?
He needs to see the sword to try to figure out what's going on. He doesn't make any, when Verlan moves to show it to him, he doesn't make any
Sudden grabs.
Yeah, he doesn't move to get it, to take the sword or anything like that.
Cool.
And Xander, same thing for you?
Yeah, I just wanted to see if I felt like I needed to warned him about the sword. I'll probably warn him anyway, just like as
No,
he's reaching for it, be like, I'd be careful. The sword supposedly has the power to well, its power takes hold of its wielder.
As you're saying that, and as he's looking at the sword, you will see the color drain from his face. And he will look up at all of you and say, "What is that thing?"
That's what
An
happens.
abomination.
That's what happens when you seek power by any means, including feeding the souls of children to a weapon.
He's going to clench his fist in anger, and you can see his eyes are watering. This is unforgivable. Whoever did this, whatever did this, must not be able to do it again. But I know someone who can help you.
And the person responsible will not be able to replicate the effort.
Do we actually know who did it and what happened to them?
You do not.
The person I blame for it will not be able to replicate the
Yeah.
effort.
I definitely don't think he made it. I'm gonna hold my tongue for now. I'm gonna point that out later. Just kind of grit my teeth for now.
What time do you need to be done by, Kate?
3 minutes from now.
Okay.
I mean,
So,
I can kind of dress a little bit, but I don't worry too much.
well, if you guys are okay with it, I think from here, what would happen is you would go to the person who's going to have the ability to destroy the sword. And then they destroy the sword.
Aye.
And then we're good.
Sounds excellent.
Then, after destroying the sword, Carol's intent is to destroy all the notes, making note of any identifying information about whoever was behind it, but not anything else, and then go and destroy all of the equipment. She will also, at one point, use the Eerie token to message Xander and ask if we should kill the druid because she knows enough about how to make this.
Yeah, she could very easily make it again.
The other spellcaster.
So,
what was
in the
it?
time between now and destroying the sword, you talking to Verlan and Alethar, they'll talk to you, like, they'll say where they got the sword from, the body they found it from, fits the description of the headmaster of the school. So it is likely that they found it on the body of the person who made it.
If I were the headmaster, I would have made sure that everyone else who knew how it was made had been killed already, likely by the sword. But we cannot rule that. We cannot
I
be
would
sure
like to
about
verify that.
And we're going to
I
there isn't
don't-
any way to verify that outside of powerful magics.
I don't think at this time we have reason to believe that the druid will misuse the information. I don't think we need to kill her.
It is possible that the information could be taken from her.
Then there are other methods besides killing, are there not? You have spells that change minds.
Not enough.
I think that
Yeah,
we should.
I don't have enough. I don't have the proper spells to make it so this would not be a concern of Carol's.
Then I think that once we are done dealing with the priest of the Raven Queen, we bring it up with Alathar and inform her the danger of this knowledge and that it could be taken from her, misused against her own wishes, and find out if there is some procedure she would agree to make sure that doesn't happen. Someone knows these spells.
Out of character, modify memory is a 5th level spell.
Yeah, it is.
Doesn't it
And
only
it will help
work
us. It'll
for,
work.
like, a specific thing, also?
Yeah, but if I'm trying to overwrite their knowledge about how to make the thing, I can just
Okay.
excise that.
Yeah,
Okay.
modify memory is super good for that.
Yeah, I thought it was like a singular specific event happening like within the last month or something like that.
Well, so the time frame of it is about the level of the spell you're casting at,
Okay.
for how far back you can go. And I would argue that like a single event could be the studying how to destroy it, which would you would lose all of however long that time was spent studying those books, but like you would then not know to be able to give the information to anyone.
I mean, I assume, Cameron, that they did not stop us from destroying the written works and how this was accomplished.
No.
So I am confident, my character is confident, that they would be at least open to discussing the fact that their knowledge on it within their heads is also a liability, and agree to do something about that.
I mean, if that's the conversation you guys want to have, we can do it.
I mean, we've kind of been having that conversation via the telepathic. Yeah. Well, I guess it's just one way.
It's just between.
Yeah. So I mean, that was that suggestion was from Kara. I think this is after we've destroyed. Everything.
Yeah.
And was basically like a suggestion to be like, this is a thing that she's thinking about.
Yeah.
And then we can try and
if
we want to have more of a discussion, like Xander's answer, like Xander could just like look at Carol and just be like, no, kind of like just trying to gauge. Basically, this is a thing she thinks is a good idea.
Yeah.
And she's trying to gauge if it is.
Xander is not a wanton killing people kind of person.
Yeah.
Like, when they've directly threatened his life, he's all about it. But
oh my god, child.
Yeah, so like that, he would give you he would wave you off on that initially, but he is the kind of person who's also like, he wants to talk it out with you.
Yeah. So like that first thing could happen anytime.
Yeah.
Conversations or in private that are like what we were just saying.
Yeah, and so then it would bubble into, they didn't stop us from destroying the written knowledge, so they understand the danger. We should be able to, convince them that the importance of doing this, I think.
I think they will understand the importance. My concern is being able to
the willingness
do
to
anything about it.
Remove.
But not willingness. Ability.
Certainly we could contract someone, no? We would not necessarily need to...
I've got 2,000 gold to hire a powerful wizard.
We did just acquire a significant windfall. Which I think this would be a good use of this.
I vote my share for that.
I agree.
Can I roll Arcana?
Yeah.
I just don't remember if modify memory requires someone to have knowledge of the event.
That's what I'm rolling Arcana about. That is a 20.
That's also something Miri would not know anyway. And thus, actually, maybe it's something that she's more asking Carol than necessarily.
Yeah. So that is a 20 on my Arcana. Can I pull up the modify memory spell?
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna do it first, and then I was like, wait, I'm not playing my wizard, who
Yeah.
has a +20 in Arcana.
Like, the best way to use it is to be an enchantment wizard of 14th level or higher, and then you're able to use Modify Memory, and the 14th level ability of the enchantment wizard makes it so that they can also make it so the subject of an enchantment spell does not remember being enchanted even after the spell's effect ends, which is when most people know that they've been enchanted and who by. So
And question why.
So,
well, it's like they kind of like, while you're under the enchantment, you're fully under it, but then once you come out, you know you were under it, and you know what you did,
Yeah.
and you know what they did, and so it's like,
Yeah.
that enchantment is only useful while it's in effect, but with the enchantment school specialty, it makes it so that, like, you can literally change who a person is, and they will never know you did it.
It's so horrifying.
I love enchantment magic.
Yeah.
Oh.
The 5th level version of the spell is an event within the past 24 hours that lasted no more than 10 minutes.
Yeah.
6th level makes it 7 days. 7th level makes it 30 days.
Sure, but I mean, like,
Um,
that it said lasted no longer than 10 minutes. Like, you could still
Yeah.
remove just a critical piece of information
Yeah,
that
so
they
I think
learned
like
in 10 minutes.
Carol would be content to identify key moments
Yeah.
that together
Cast it
would be 10
multiple
minutes. No, like
Oh.
that together would be
yeah.
10 minutes of like get rid of my like having seen.
These pages and made
yeah.
these connections.
I do still have concern that someone could still gain all of the rest of that knowledge and piece it together.
Well, but that's why we're talking about
so-
removing the key pieces, that even if
know.
they have everything else, it's not enough.
And the caster doesn't technically need to. The caster doesn't need to be super aware from like what the spell says.
Nope.
It just is like of an event.
Yep.
So I would argue that if you're assisting in modifying your own memory, you can basically guide the event that is being removed.
Mm-hmm.
That's a thought.
But we would likely need to find somebody capable of casting a 7th level spell, I think, unless we could find someone very quickly. Because it's been... it was 2 days to get back here?
Yeah. I know you would definitely need
Yeah.
7th level.
So that would be Carol's suggestion of us traveling together to find somebody capable of casting a 7th level modify memory to remove key moments from both Carol's memory and from
Perhaps there is some sort of guild
Alazar's
or
memory?
association of magicians who could help us out.
I do need to stop now, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sadly.
For brevity's sake, we can say that happens. You'll use the 2,000 to do it. And if you guys want, there's about 1,500 gold worth of weapons in the basement that you can sell.
nice.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Fun, easy numbers.
I mean, I want one of them, but no, I don't want one of them, actually. I will buy a new one.
I've got the sword that matters to me.
What perfect timing. My game crashed.
Oh, perfect.
Huzzah.
Silver lining.
So, sum up the end. You've destroyed the sword. You've released the souls.
Hopefully not in that order.
Yeah. You have convinced Roland and Alethar to wipe their memories along with Carol. So now
Carol doesn't care about wiping
Roland's.
Roland's memories.
That's fair.
Unless, I guess, Carol would ask if Roland also had the insights that Carol and Alethar have.
Oh man.
He does not understand
going
it
to-
anymore.
Like,
I
I
think
know
more than
that
Xander
that
Marion.
Xander was heavily involved with this. Are you gonna erase his memory too?
I don't think you were involved in enough of the like integral arcane workings.
Yeah, like you know what happened, but you don't know how it happened.
Yay. Xander 2.0, who knows at least 5 things about magic, gets to remain.
Like, yeah, programming is ones and zeros. Obviously, like, yeah, but not the end of it.
It's everything you need to know.
You guys, I'm gonna give you guys
$1 million.
1,000,000 experience.
Nice.
6,300.
Yeah, fuck it. You guys level up.
Yay.
If we ever use these characters again, you'll be able to use them at level 6.
Wait, you only needed 6,300, dear?
It
had
says 7733 out of 14,000 on the character
What's
sheet.
7533?
What?
I have 7733. I just was looking at the wrong spot and looking at the 6,500. That's the beginning of level 5, not what I have.
I guess, did I miss 200 somewhere? I mean, I must have.
But so if you guys want to, you can have basic magic weapons. They don't actually do any extra damage. It's just +1 to hit.
Mm.
And
Yeah, I don't want anything with connection to that place.
completely makes sense.
It has decided.
I've got Riley's sword, which makes me happy.
Did you want to take
I will.
anything, Carol?
I don't.
We can talk later if you want.
Yeah, I'll think about it. Probably not, but
Okay. So you each get 500 gold from the items you sell, bring back into town.
Does anybody question where we've gotten such a huge fucking shipment of magic weapons?
We asked
know
a
the
lot of
school.
people where the fucking magic school was.
They all know where the school is and what they were doing.
Okay. Wait,
It's still
everybody knows
weird.
what they were doing too?
The normal parts, the town learned what happened after it happened. They did not know while it was happening.
Well, yeah, but I'm kind of surprised they know it all. I thought it was like someone had tried very hard to hush it all up.
That's fair. Guess they wouldn't know what happened with the sword, but they might know that the school made weapons.
Closed due to, or okay.
Yeah, they wouldn't know why the school closed, but they might have an idea of like that they were making weapons more than like actually teaching kids. They know one of the 2 terrible secrets. But I wanted to thank all of you guys for going on this journey with me. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We'll need to talk at some point about what we do from here on. But this was really cool.
yeah. Thanks for
I
running.
enjoyed it a lot.
Yes.
I enjoy our little band of misfits. Well,
You goofballs.
misfits and a mother. I really wish that my dad joke game was more on point because I really want Miriam to be like just have a constant flow of terrible jokes. She is the dad in her family. And
I
the
love it.
mom. They're both the dad and the mom. They're good parents. I like to think.
That's good.
I still firmly believe that no one makes it out of childhood unscathed, but they did their goddamn best. But anyway.
You were running,
Alright, I
I
will
was
end
running.
the recording there.
weren't you? Didn't you need to leave?